Previously on Gunpla Note. Today we're gonna do the primer coat, and as you can see, this is tremendous. The amount is like crazy. If you find it's like a little too thick, just wait until it's dry and use the wet sanding sponge to gently go over the surface. Hello everybody, this is Astray. Today we're gonna do the coloring process, and today I will just quickly introduce color we're using. So for the darkest black, we will just use the pure black as we used before, and the kind of like a grayish black, we will not add any white to it, but we will use kind of translucent paint. It's called the semi-glass black. So hopefully you can see through some of the paint, but not entirely. So it still got a color quality on the top, and we can see the probably the partially primer coat. See, it's like kind of grayish, right? And so hopefully the bottom layer, the primer layer, will show some on top of the surface. So yeah, we'll just check how it works. And for the red part, I use the semi-glass black with the red, because the black itself you will like shade it too dark. So I just use kind of a little bit more clear black, not entirely clear. So one thing about mixing the clear versus transparent, the translucent paint to the opaque paint is that they're not mixing that well. You can see, if you sit there for too long, they were like separately automatically. So you may want like shake it well, or just use the stir sticks to like stir it before you use it. Yeah, so that you can get even the application. The next thing we're going to use is the gold, and this time we are using the Mr. Hobbit, or you can call the GCI, the GSI actually, GSI Corporation, okay, paint. I saw that online, and I think yeah, it works pretty good, but it will be yeah, like this color, because this is like the metallic, like you can see, metallic chips, and mixed with the clear yellow, and the result might be closer to the dimmer gold here instead of the very bright one. And you can see the color instruction too. You said the underpaint should be gold, and then we will put on the another layer of the clear yellow to increase the vibrant. The last one is like light gray. See right here. Usually, if you know my style, I usually use the gunmetal to adding some metallic color to it. However, this time we already have gold, so I don't want to compete with that. That's why we are stick with the original design using the light gray. And the to color the grayish area, and actually they add a little purple to it. Yeah, I can see a little bit purple. So yeah, I'll probably add some of the purple to it too, just a little tiny bit. So we got the red in the gray instead of the like a achromatic. It gives more variety and color harmony to it actually. Alright, so yeah, it's kind of windy today, so I will have to wait for tomorrow. We don't want to like happen last time, you know, the wind just screw everything around, and we just try to make sure everything is under our control. So we'll wait till tomorrow and go outside and do the painting. Alright, so yeah, let's just get started. Alright, now we have finished the first layer of all our colors, and as you can tell, the black on the left hand side is a little bit darker than the right hand side because I intentionally doing so. However, I think the difference is not that much, so I will apply different like clear coat on top of it. So for the darker one, I will use a clear coat. On the right hand side, I will use semi or half glass clear coat, so it gives a little bit more foggy. So hopefully it will like turn out a little bit like difference between this one, the darkest black, and the lighter black. And another thing is about the gold. You see, it's kind of leaning toward the what I call the silver side, right? So that's why many people would like to add the black base and then apply the gold color on top of it, or even other metallic colors, because it will give it a little more heavier look. Because the black is like pretty strong, it will ultimately come through in between. You see the small metal chips, and the clear color, so you will give it a more realistic look. And this is kind of technique we call it piling, and this is what exactly we're gonna to do next, because we're going to do apply a clear yellow on top of it, so the bottom gold will show on top of it. The main difference actually we are using right now is all direct approach. So as you can see, the reverse approach is actually using some of the piling technique too, but it's only on the partial, the edges, you know, and the panel lines where we want to like reinforce the shading. So, but the overall concept is of piling is like we like the both color to show on top of the surface. So you will, the more layer you piling up, the more variety of color it will show. And the better way is to like use a clear color on top of the opaque paint. Otherwise, if you use the opaque paint, it's covering too well, it loses the whole purpose of piling, because you will just cover the whole thing and you cannot see what's beneath it. Alright, that's all for today's session. And for the next one, I will probably use a clear yellow on top of the gold part, and I will use the semi-clear coat for the gray and the lighter black. So yeah, I just wanted to create more like a variety to it, and to create more interest. If I contrast equals interest, you know. Yeah, that's my whole plan. Alright, if you enjoyed this session, please drop a like, leave a comment, and I'll see you all in the next video. Thank you.